Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. I am so glad you're here for the Laugh and Learn Magic Tool Talk about black salt. And this is a woo-woo witchery and coffee club conversation. You like how I got all three of those in there?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Pretty good, isn't it? So
It is.
Yep.
there you go.
Yes.
I am here. I am joined by the amazing Purple Elephant Deb H. And Cardamancy Mesquite, Angela. And I am your host, Tarot Stash. Hi. I was trying to do stuff. So, but yeah, so, and so that everybody is aware, here, let me put this up there. Oh, here. You won't see all of the chat because we're simulcasting on all of our channels.
Yes.
Links are below if you want to show some support. Angela is doing personal readings. I am doing personal readings. Deb probably can be convinced to do something or other, but you know,
could be, yes.
We're going to have to twist her arm.
twist her arm. Well, you know, but her arm might break.
It might.
And so I'm glad everybody's joining us for this lovely woo-woo witchery and coffee club. Let's go up and see who's here, shall we? Because I do have questions posted for us, and I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing today. I'm not sure what's going on. So if you have questions about black salt, its use, its purpose, how to make it, or anything like that, I mean, I'm going to post that as questions. But we are not doing readings today. We are having a conversation about black salt. So,
no. And if you feel the need to ask a question about black salt, please put it in capital letters.
yes, please.
Because,
that'll help.
Yes, it might help.
So, Ms. Gerald is here and has been watching lots of videos that teach how to make black salt.
Yes.
And this is a perfect thing because as I was doing my research, there is a lot of research out there about making black salt. And I would encourage you to go double, triple check your resources to see what things work well for you. So I think that's a very important thing. Yes.
And make sure that your resources are reputable.
Yes. Any idea how you could tell an irreputable or irreputable? I'm looking over at Jeffrey.
Is that a word?
Respectable or reputable?
Reputable. There.
Irreputable, not reputable. Anyhow.
There you go.
Beth is here. Hi, Beth. Good to see you. Calla Lizzie is here. I mean, on time. Holy crap.
Liz.
Mousy Girl. Hello. Hypnicity. Nalani. Twisted Sushi is here. Hello. And that is Amanda, correct?
I think maybe, yes.
Plucky Heroine. Hello. And just for those of you who are playing at home, this was a topic that was brought up by the best chatters.
Yes.
And it may be this best chatter who is on the screen right now who was like going,
I believe it could have been, yes.
No pressure. No pressure.
None.
Devaria is here. Hello. It is going to be fun.
Yes.
Jonathan Daly is here. Drive lurking until he reaches home. Probably going to miss
Jonathan.
Chat. That's okay, Jonathan. I'm not sure why Beth wants to know, are you scaring Monkey with the look? What? I don't know what she's talking about.
Oh, are we scaring Monkey? Probably.
Probably.
Jane the Seeker is here, and Jane the Seeker is hosting Tuesdays with Tarot Stash exclusively on Jane the Seeker next Tuesday. So I will be over there. Shaw Woman is here. Hello.
That woman is Dina.
Dina, yes. Of course we're cute. We're always cute.
Huh? What's the change?
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Flower Beauty is here. Hello. And I'm having a hard time keeping track of chat, so excuse me if all right. I know they have Braille cards, but I do not have any Braille tarot cards.
And I don't know how to read them anyway.
Yeah.
Wouldn't help.
No.
Calla Lizzie, I have your question. Oh, here you go. Purchase responsibly, know your limits. Llewellyn is having a 35% off sale.
Ooh. Do they have Braille cards?
I don't know. Okay, I'm getting some of the questions. Tiffany is here. Hello. And yeah, I love it. Stop it, Beth. Unreputable. Unreputable.
There you go.
I don't know.
That sounds right. Yes.
Okay. Ooh, Tom, Early Ritual is here. Hi, Tom. Tiffany is here and is looking forward to learning about black salt.
Yes.
Love it. Oh, yeah. I mean, we always are in the car with Diana.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We get to see the world with Diana,
Yes, we do.
or at least Michigan.
Well, there you go. Oh, Pinky and the Brain. I used to like the Pinky and the Brain.
Yes.
That was part of the Animaniacs.
Yes.
So
They were always plotting to take over the world, weren't they?
they were
Just like us.
Just like us.
the same thing they do every night.
I know.
Or disreputable. Okay.
Disreputable.
There you go.
That's the one.
We're talking about black salt, Kathleen G. So it's a great. Fatima is here. So we're talking about black salt, and I think this is a great first question because Callie Lizzie is. Oh, and by the way, there is such a thing as black salt that is not ceremonial.
Yeah.
And it's part of, is it Italian cuisine?
I believe so.
Looks like this. This is consumable. Ceremonial black salt is not consumable. Don't do it. So, how's that? So, yeah, it would be a lot of that. You're welcome, Kathleen G. So, okay. So, Calla Lizzie is going, what is black salt? And I am going to put up the banner that I have, and it says, black salt, what is it, how to use it, and why use it? So, who would like to go first? What is black salt?
Black salt is salt that's mixed with other ingredients, say ashes, charcoal, and even like I have black sesame seeds that I've used to make black salt. It's a protective herb, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Black salt is one of those things. It's oftentimes created to help with protection.
Yes.
It's very good for warding off bad things, protecting, and binding. And just in case you're wondering, if you hear, it is Jeffrey's voice in the background. So if he speaks up, you might be able to hear him, which we all invite him to do.
Yes.
So, okay. And okay. So, just to bring up again, you can get black salt in Hawaii, edible black salt. which is it's a seasoning.
Yes.
So ceremonial black salt is not a seasoning.
Right.
So
And Hypnicity asks, if it's not consumable, is it safe for the environment?
Yes.
So it would, if you're making it with natural ingredients, it's safe for the environment.
mhm. Yes. Yeah, and all natural ingredients is really very important. And depending upon your philosophy, your approach to it,
Mhm.
um, it, it it does lead to some other considerations,
Mhm.
but it's all natural, which
Mhm.
makes it even better.
Yes.
So, but yes. Okay, so I've got some more. You're welcome. All right, so um, Deb, did you get to share what it is?
I don't know. Did I?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay, well, Deb, how do you use black salt?
Me personally, I use it as in my protection ritual to um, ward off things I don't want coming in my space.
Hmm. Yeah. Yes. Angela, how about you? How do you use it?
I use it for essentially the same thing, but if I'm doing any kind of working, I'll use it around the perimeter to contain anything that may appear.
Okay. Okay. They are simulcasting. Um, Excuse me. The voice of Jeffrey asked a question. And so I actually use it. I use it pretty regularly when I'm doing healing work to keep things
Mhm.
out of the way. It's great for protection. It's great for banishing.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's an overall. It's a good hex breaker if as part of something.
Mhm.
One of the things that I do is I actually use it. I put black salt in the bottom of my candle holders for when I'm doing healing work.
Mhm.
And that way, nothing else can come in.
Yep.
So yeah.
And Beth, I believe that Angela puts black salt around the perimeters sometimes.
Mhm. Yes.
I live in an apartment, so it would be around the perimeter inside of my apartment. So, and I have done that with regular salt, but I don't generally do it with black salt.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the candle idea, it's something that to be honest with you, it was very practical. I needed something to keep a tea light level.
Mhm.
And I'm looking, ooh, there we go.
Mhm.
Um, so Claudia is here. Cat Mama Meows do drop in. Hello. And again, thank you for everyone who is who's visiting all of the channels and giving thumbs up. That's great.
Yes, thank
Um,
you.
so we've sort of answered this, but why do you use it?
Well, basically because it's pretty good protection.
Yes. And yes, I also think it's one of those things when you do things with when you create something with intention, it has a
Mhm.
lot of extra power.
Yes.
And you can, by the way, Jeffrey and I went to our local witchy store, um, which you know is Witch Lab, and it's witchlab.com. And I purchased it's a black salt candle.
Mm.
Oh,
And
nice.
so, this has got signature ultra fine ritual black salt, rubbed sage, and cosmetic grade beeswax is how this is made. So, and then I also bought some of from the same creator some ceremonial black salt,
Mhm.
and which is crafted with wood ashes and sea salt.
Mhm.
So,
Gerald, let me ask you a question. Since I know that you sometimes make candles, would you consider using black salt in one of your candles?
Yes, I would, depending upon what it was used for. I might not actually put it in throughout. I might put it in the base.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I worry about, um, I worry about the fire. And
Yes, I just got a vision of the sparks.
yeah, Medium Betsy Palmer said, "I really like a good black wax candle." Yeah, yeah. So, all right. Anything else for this? And then I want to get caught up on chat because the next question is how do you make it? So we're going to talk about.
I want to just add quickly that to me, because black is a protective color and salt is a protective
Element.
Thank you. Then to me, black salt, especially if you make it yourself with intention, is going to be extra protective. So the extra power, like Gerald was talking about, into something that's already inherently protective will
Yes.
cause it to be exponentially more protective.
Yes. It's very true. It's very true. And Jeffrey said, especially for you because you made it.
Yes.
Did I capture that right, sir? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I want to get caught up in some of the chat. I think we answered that, and I do not believe so, Jane. I don't think it comes from the Black Sea, but I am not sure. And Flower Beauty said, "What is black salt? We have it in India, which is tangy, and we use it extensively in our food snacks. That is the consumable."
Yes.
This is ceremonial, so you do not want to, the stuff that we're talking about, you do not want to consume.
Yes.
So, and we did talk about this is that it is safe for the environment because all of the products that we're using are natural.
Yes.
So,
and we're talking about black salt that we're making. We're not talking about anything commercial.
No.
Although I imagine you could find something pre-made if you checked into it.
It's just pretty easy to make, and the ingredients are readily available.
And it's more powerful if you make it. So it's more powerful to use.
Yes. You can make it. You can. Where do you get black salt? You can make it. You can order it online. Etsy has it. Make sure you're looking at like ceremonial black salt. But perhaps Kathleen G is, after you watch this, you might have enough information to where you would feel comfortable making some of it yourself. And Calla Lizzie asks, do you burn and then grind the seeds, Angela?
Not always.
Okay.
Because you can just add the seeds in and just grind it in your mortar and pestle like you would any other.
Yeah. What'd you say, Jeffrey? Yeah. Jeffrey was saying you could buy black sesame seeds.
Yeah.
Okay. Diana Oil Painter said, use the ash that is left from incense.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. Oh, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have.
Especially if you burn your herbs in a cauldron, say something similar to this, it's very easy to use something like that.
Yep. Yeah. Which is what I do.
So incense, sage, anything that leaves ashes that you use in your practice.
Your bay leaves.
Bay leaves.
I do a lot of stuff with bay leaves, incense. And okay,
and some people just use ashes like out of their fireplace.
Yeah, like right here. I brought these out of my fireplace.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to switch this, and I do want to let's talk about how to make it. I am still capturing the great questions
Mm-hmm.
from people, so we will get to those. How do you make black salt?
You put salt in your mortar and pestle, and you add whatever. You can even add charcoal, and you just grind them together. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just like that.
And if you want to overcomplicate it, the way you grind it,
Mm-hmm.
you could do it counterclockwise to help banish things.
Yes.
Yes.
So you can do that. And there was a lot of question about the type of salt you can use. The short answer is yes.
Yes.
This does not have to be expensive. This is, the 99-cent big thing.
Generic salt.
This works fine.
Mm-hmm.
I've used pink Himalayan sea salt,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody else. Calla Lizzie, do you have to use a particular kind of salt? No.
Mm-mm.
You can use, and Jeffrey's going, you can use Epsom salt,
Mm-hmm.
pink salt, Florida Sea, or to say. So, and so, okay. So, so it does not have to be expensive.
No.
Mm-mm.
It does not have to be expensive.
No. And if you use the ashes from things that you're already burning,
Mm-hmm.
just save your ashes,
Yes.
then that's not an extra expense at all either.
Yes. Okay. So, there's also something, because we do have some modern technology can be very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee grinder works.
Yes, I've used mine for that.
We actually have two coffee grinders. One is for herbs,
Mm-hmm.
and one is for coffee. So
Mhm.
this is one of those things. So it works well, and it's quick. It's very quick. So, Rishi is here. Hello. Yeah, there you go. Everyone say it together. Taro stash.
Mustache.
I still have I have a lot of white sage ash. That is perfect.
Oh, fabulous! Yeah.
Lori Huntsinger is here. Hello, in the community. So now I think as we think about making it, we've talked about this a lot. It's all about intention.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have some ash from the Blue Moon ritual
Mm-hmm.
that we did, which is great.
Yeah.
I have all of the ashes from like the Palo Santo,
Mm-hmm.
incense, bay leaves that I burn. I also have been burning some pieces of paper, which work well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so you can do that. I mean, essentially, the black salt isn't really. It's not a dark black.
Mm-mm.
It's more of an ashy gray because what you've mixed with it.
Yes.
And I actually have some ceremonial black salt here.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jeffrey's. This one is mine, and on mine I actually put what I used in it.
Oh,
And
good idea.
I also mark when I made it,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're using black salt, if you're using black salt for some banishing or protection, that's something you might want to do on a dark moon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So if you're an overcomplicator partially like me, I will create black salt during Yule, which is the darkest time of the year, on a new moon. So, and it's or at least a waning. And if it's the winter solstice is a black moon or a new moon, awesome, extra oomph.
Extra, yes.
Extra oomph. Hi, Kolzana, Zaxa. So
Now,
Maruta is here. Hello. Merita, as Jeffrey says. So Uncle Bob is not in the jar. Cat Mama's meow. No, that would be very wrong.
yes. So, what other kinds of protective herbs would you add, Gerald?
Jeffrey has a list. He's handing the list to me. I'm wearing, okay. Mint, peppermint. Oh, here, wait a minute. I should do this.
He's going to make you read.
Mint, peppermint, sage, rose thorn, black sesame, comfrey, nettle.
Mhm.
I would also add in here laurel bay. He says bay leaves. Yes. I would also put some black pepper in.
Oh, yes.
Black pepper could be working, and depending upon what my intention was, I might use some cinnamon.
Yes.
I might use some red pepper, and then I have dried chipotles. Depending upon what I want, I could use. And so, yes, by the way, you can use, kitchen witchery is one thing, and let's be practical. And Jeffrey said, the voice of Jeffrey said, if you were binding, you would want to use something hot.
Yes.
And spicy.
Yes.
Yes, you can add cayenne to speed up the spell work. Absolutely.
I would say that if it feels like it should be in there, add it in.
There. Yeah.
Yes.
The nice thing about black salt is that it's so easy. You can make it on the fly. If you need something quick, there you go. Just throw salt and a few ingredients together and you've got a protective barrier.
Oh, I do have to say this. Tom, Early Ritual, said, I think Jeffrey needs his own channel. He clearly is the puppet master here. Or the farmer's wife.
We resemble that remark.
We do. Okay, so I'm just looking at chat because chat is doing really well. So, and I learned to control the sun and stop the rain when it rains. Okay, cool. And all right. And I did say you can add cayenne. Yes, cayenne is good for that. Yeah, there you go, Ms. Darrow D. Jeffrey is the AKA producer.
Yes.
There you go. I like that. He likes that too. What else would you add to it? I think like that.
Depends on what you're using it for. If you wanted to give somebody a hot foot, I'd put the cayenne in for that. If you want to get rid of them fast.
Yes.
Help them find something more interesting someplace else.
Or at least make it too uncomfortable for them to hang around.
Right. Jeffrey, speak up a little louder, because
if you were doing it for sacred space, cleaning the energy around you, you could also use cedar, lavender ashes.
Yes. Did you hear that?
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah. So, but so if you were thinking about protection, there, and well, and you were talking about also the scrapings out of a cast iron skillet
Mm-hmm.
could work very nicely. Yes.
Yes.
In your oven, scrape it out.
Yeah. Clean your oven, scrape it out.
Still works.
That's ash.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ash, so that
Mhm.
works well. So, okay. Let me get caught up in the chat because the next thing we can talk about is any personal things to share or other stuff like that. But I'm just going to go through all of the chat. So any of you put it around outside of the house. I'm worried animals might eat it.
She does.
They don't eat it. It's just they don't like it.
Okay.
Animals are usually smarter than we are about things like that.
Yes.
And it's also very good in windows to protect.
Mm-hmm.
Put it there. Doorways, it's great for warding off things.
Mm-hmm.
So, and thank you, Beth, for that. Plucky Heroine said, question, would you keep it on your person in your car?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would do both of those.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, have it handy if for nothing else.
What'd you say?
To have it handy for nothing else.
true.
You know?
Yeah. I might actually put it underneath my car mat
Uh-huh.
with my sigil, my protection sigil.
Yes.
And somebody I was actually reading where people were, they had talked about actually putting some in their shoes
Mm-hmm.
as they walked to offer protection. So,
Yeah.
I like that.
In some house cleansing rituals, you'll open the windows and put a line in the windows to protect against home invaders.
yes. Did you hear that?
Part of it.
Mm-hmm.
In home cleansings, you would open the windows and put a line of black salt to protect the house from invaders.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm.
So,
Across the threshold.
across the threshold, yeah.
Yes.
Vanessa S. said, I learned a candle hack that if you put a little salt on your tea light, it makes them burn longer, which I've been doing with Himalayan salt. Interesting. Never heard that. Question from Plucky Heroine, for use at new or full moon, or doesn't matter?
For use at any time, actually.
Yeah.
But
For use
making
at,
it during the new moon is.
yeah. What'd you say, Jeffrey?
What do you want the outcome to be?
Yeah. What do you want the outcome to be?
Mm-hmm.
And so, because the new moon and the full moon are equally powerful, it's just how you phrase it
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
that matters. So, so I personally, when I need it, I make it.
Mm-hmm.
I do pay attention to what phase the moon is in, because I can adjust and boost some of what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Hypnicity said, Nalani said, why would someone with great intentions need protection? Because we had
Because not everybody has
Yeah. because not everyone has great intentions towards other people.
Yes.
Part of that self-protection
Yes.
we talked about on Tuesday. So,
Your intentions may be completely admirable, but the next person's intention towards you may not be.
mhm.
That's why you would put it like in front of your daughter's threshold. Put it on your daughter's threshold before mother-in-law comes to visit.
Wow.
She leaves sooner.
Wow. Okay.
Be
Okay.
creative when you're doing this stuff.
Okay. I think, okay, wait a minute. We've had some other people pop up. I have a stick and a carving knife that I use as my athame, or my, I think it's athame in case. Jay Free needs a knife. Cake and cookie ash, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Cast iron skillet as my cauldron. Cast iron skillet as my cauldron. Calla Lizzie said it probably protects better than a car alarm, and it's less annoying. Certainly could be. Okay, Tom asked, early ritual, what type of container do you think works best if you are not sprinkling it, but wanted to carry it or place it? Glass, spell jar, pouch, etc.
I use jars a lot because I do a lot of canning and I make jellies, so I have plenty of little jars around.
Uh-huh. Jeffrey is talking about, you can get a little necklace with the vial on it. You could put some of that in there.
Yes. I personally like glass, but you can use what you have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I've lost some chat. Sorry. It's hard to see. I try to oftentimes keep things in glass jars if I have them. I recycle them. I do have, for instance, I do have some Himalayan or pink Himalayan salt in a plastic container for my ritual bag.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I like to have for the ritual bag is these spice containers that you can shake it out that have the little holes in the top.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay. Let's see. I might need to burn a bunch of bay leaves in spell work to collect some ashes for black salt, Jonathan said. And Marita said, I'm sorry I missed the beginning, so I'm not sure if this is appropriate. I have a bowl of sand to catch my incense ashes in. Would using salt instead of sand be appropriate for this? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you are that much closer to making black salt.
Yep.
So that's a great question. So I'd use a salt cellar to place it around. I have some old ones. I guess I'd take it with me in a small vial. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Kiba. Kiba Lyons is here. Your intentions and the intentions of others are two separate things.
Mm-hmm.
And Kristen Louise, hi Kristen, said witchcraft is neither good nor or evil. It is a tool in the hands of one who wields it. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very true. Very true. Yep. Okay. And Plucky Heroine said, I prefer to mind my own business. I have a next door neighbor who likes to mind my business too. Well, black salt will help with that. We did a little bit of talking about that. Yeah.
It will help with that.
Yeah. Pouches are convenient to wear around your neck. Absolutely. Yeah. I think glass is a great thing for it if that works for you. So,
don't think that you need to go out and buy something special, though. Use what you have.
Yes, use it exactly. Use what you have. Ms. Tarot D, I did see it. And do you say a special spell or prayer when making the salt?
Yes.
Yes.
I do as well. No, I'm not going to tell you. It can be as simple as repeating the word protection.
Hmm.
Yeah, and you'd want it to suit the occasion, whatever you're trying to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, if you want to banish someone, that's something different from protection, just
Yeah.
ordinary protection.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Um, okay. Anything else? I'm going to go back and look at still the starred questions. So, there was a question: is rosemary a good one to add?
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We were just talking about rosemary. Jeffrey's going to be making something for honoring ancestors, and rosemary for remembrance. So,
absolutely.
okay. And okay, that was the one. Got it. Mousy Girl said dried bay leaf, cumin, black pepper, and sea salt is the recipe I'm looking at right now. Mousy Girl, that is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's great. Thank you. Bookmark that so that you can find it later.
Yes.
Beth said, if I use black salt, I place it around the intention spell on my altar, sort of a symbolic magic, if you will. I don't like it on the floor because my dog will lick it. I would absolutely see that.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And Calla Lizzie said, okay, we already got that one. And getting caught up on chat. Yeah, rosemary is great for ancestor work.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and find what you have. Find absolutely what you have. So, Claudia, no. But it can help protect us from people who might be knocking on your door.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing goes for making black salt as goes for something to put it in. Use what you have.
Yes. Yes. Plucky Heroine asked, what is the shelf life for black salt? I've had the same pouch in my purse for months.
Oh, that's fine.
For me, it does it feel like it's time to do it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I do, and then I do it.
Yep.
So you can also use essential oils,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
your black salt. So you don't necessarily, it doesn't necessarily have to be the herb, like cinnamon oil would work. Don't get cinnamon oil on your skin.
No.
It will burn.
Yes.
And I would say, Plucky, I think you pay attention to when it feels right for you, then
Mm-hmm.
do it. I mean, sometimes people would do it every a specific moon phase, a day of the week, a day of the month. Here's another question. You could probably recharge it. No, maybe put some obsidian with it or black tourmaline.
Sure.
There you go. Yeah. I mean,
Maybe do it during the new moon phase.
Mm-hmm.
yes. Yes. I do think there are some times when I want to, the working that I've done is over. And so
Mhm.
I'm like going, it's time to clean up and clear out.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you need to dispose of black salt?
Well, there's nothing really special. You can put it into any running water. Put it outside on the ground. Depends on if you need it out there.
Yeah.
If you find a spot, I have a spot in my yard that isn't particularly nice, so I'll dispose of things like that there.
Yeah.
I
You
might
could.
burn
Yeah.
it.
What'd you say, Deb?
I might burn some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I actually will sometimes flush it down the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
So because that's collected. What do you do with stuff you need to flush away?
Yep.
flush it. So, um,
Whatever seems an appropriate end to what you're using for it for.
Yeah, I like that.
yeah. Jonathan is sharing that rosemary is good for your memory. So
Mhm.
smell rosemary while you're trying to remember something. So, yeah. I'd take it down to the beach and let the sea take it. I do
Yeah,
that.
I
With other
like
things. Sure.
I thought, give it back to the sea.
Mhm.
I am a person who I do not intentionally salt the earth.
No,
So I would avoid putting it in large swaths.
exactly.
So
Tiny amounts aren't going to make a difference, but if you're doing a lot, then yeah,
yeah.
you would avoid putting it on the soil.
And Jeffrey has mentioned compost pile.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I don't know enough about composting to do that, but that would it'll help deteriorate things and break things down.
Mhm.
And I mean, please notice the scrolling thing is do not consume ceremonial black salt.
Yes, please.
Please don't.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
If you want to consume black salt, get edible black salt.
Yes, go to your fancy schmancy gourmet store and
Mhm.
find some of that.
Yes.
Or you could visit Jonathan, or you could visit, Rose Beauty was talking about in India. They have a whole bunch. So
Mhm.
So, yes,
it is available.
it is.
It is available, as well as ceremonial black salt.
Yes.
Mhm.
So,
Please don't confuse the two.
yes, do not confuse this two. I was talking with somebody last night, and they were talking about, gee, if you had like a container that had the words black salt on it, and you were out of salt, somebody who doesn't know,
Mhm.
you know, might think it is black salt. It's ashy, people. It's
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
and
And
yes, I
I
am the person who has. It's ashy.
Mhm.
Yes. It's not something you would want to put in
Yeah,
food.
No, and my black salt, I always keep it in my woo-woo bag as opposed to in the cupboard.
yeah. Ooh, that smells
I want
really
to
good.
keep it in the same place as the edible stuff. The edible is going to be in your kitchen.
Yeah,
Put your ceremonial someplace else.
yes, and I do use a special spoon for my black salt. So, you know what? I think if people have questions, by all means, put them all in caps. Here. This section of the video is brought to you by the word lollygag. Everyone say it with me. Lollygag. Lollygag. To fool around and waste time. No lollygagging. Like, share, and subscribe to our channels. Lollygag. Lollygag.
Mm-hmm.
So, Plucky says, I keep my black salt near my woo-woo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So no mix-ups. Yes.
Yes.
So, okay. So here's the thing is I'm hoping that what are some of your takeaways in the chat? Because we hope we've given you something that is practical, usable, that you might do. Do you think you might actually make some black salt? What are some of the things that you might put in to your black salt? I would love to hear from all of you. So, okay. And while we're hearing that, I have any personal stories to share.
Yeah. my daughter had a problem with a next door neighbor. They were getting in arguments. I put black salt along the perimeter, divided the properties essentially. I put a dividing line.
Yeah.
And that kept things down quite a bit.
Yeah. And you don't have to do it with a big pomp and circumstance. You can
No.
just do it.
Yep.
So, and Janet C is here. Hi, Janet. So, Mousy Girl says I've been accused of lollygagging.
I use that word all the time.
Yeah.
We do that often, don't we?
Yeah. Beth likes that, Angela. And okay. There was get creative.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely get creative with what you have. Do a little bit of research.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the only thing you need is some ashes and salt are the basics. Those are, I think, the two main things that would show up.
Right.
And the nice thing is this is a tool that you can do on the fly. It takes little thought and little effort to get it done.
Yes.
And anywhere that you might use salt in a ceremonial way or for protection, you can use black salt.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Beth said, what a puritanical definition. I'll bet inventors and explorers lollygagged a lot as children. I think they did.
I imagine they did.
Yep.
They did. Okay, and here you go. Ms. Taro D said, I usually get my black salt from a Botanica, but now I'll try to make my own. Thank you. I think if you were fortunate enough to have a Botanica near you,
I'd practically live there.
I mean, really, if you had one of those, that would be awesome. There would be,
Yeah.
there would be so much, there would be so much celebration. We would totally, be celebrating that. It would be love all around. And actually, what's a great thing is you could try your own. You can also make black salt and give it away as gifts. I've done that for coven mates.
Mm-hmm.
So, Calla Lizzie said, I want to put white sage ash, bay leaf ash, possibly pick up some black sesame and grind it with fleur de sel. I'll do it for the next new moon. And that's great. Jonathan shared incense ashes, bay leaf ashes, and the appropriate dried herbs for whatever purpose I'm making it for. That's great.
You can make it as simple or as complicated as you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Janet C said, what about neighbors in low to high-rise apartment buildings?
I would still put it along the ground in a line and just make your intention for that to go up to infinity. Create a wall.
I might also add some other stuff there.
Mm-hmm.
Some mirrors, but you got to be careful.
Yes.
The reflection.
And if you do not have pets and you have a place in your apartment that would be an appropriate divider, you could put it along like a baseboard.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And Fun Boy is here. Fun Boy, watch the video. You can learn how to make it.
Mm-hmm.
We just covered that. And Meeting Betsy Palmer said, this has been a thorough class on the subject. Everyone has all the info needed to begin the path.
Mm-hmm.
I am a huge fan of also taking notes. When you do something magical, take notes so you can refer back to it.
And mark down whether or not you felt it was successful.
Yeah. Vanessa said, I want to put lavender, rosemary, ground sweet orange peel, and ground pomegranate peels.
Oh,
Nice.
that's not good.
Yes. You are only limited by your imagination and what you think is appropriate for the situation.
Absolutely. Oh, and Ms. Tara D said, I live in the Bronx. You can't throw an incense stick without hitting a botanica.
I love that.
Plucky said, this is the perfect segue into kitchen witchery. Or
Mhm.
I could just read a couple of my books. You could. You could. Okay. Diana is home, so just in time for us to be finishing up. No more deciphering speak text. Lollygag was accused of that all through grade school. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That says maybe between the carpet. I just lost it.
And Merita said maybe along the doorway bottom.
Mhm.
Yes. And yes, maybe between the carpet and the molding. Yes.
Yep.
And,
Yes.
Cat Mama's moving into an apartment with kittens. Cat Mama, when I moved in my apartment, before I moved in, the day I got the keys, I came in and smudged and salted and did all that stuff. And so before I brought my pets in, I made sure to vacuum around the baseboards where I pet salted and then smudged again. So work with what you've got.
Mhm.
And I sometimes will burn a very tiny amount of black salt when I'm smudging.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's great advice. And Rossi, I do have the chat up for the replay. Sometimes YouTube, it takes 24 hours to show up. So absolutely, I have that. Okay, yes, Deb. So next time you're lollygagging, dream up some cool black salt ideas.
Yeah, there you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Janice C, you're welcome. Janice C also said nothing allowed in the hallway. Keep it on your side of the door. You could also put a pouch of something
Yes.
if you are able to have a wreath or something.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You'd be
Absolutely.
surprised what little things you can do that nobody will really notice.
and you don't need a whole lot.
Mm-mm.
And if you put a little bit of invisibility in your intention, then less people will notice it.
Yeah. And this was very informative. Thank you. Let us know if you make it, Ms. Tarot D.
Yes.
Mhm.
Candy Soul and Soil is here. Hello, Candy. Good to see you. Good to see you. The other thing that you can do here's something that if you're really needing to, how about that? A bay leaf wreath.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
yeah.
That would be
Like
nice.
that.
Yeah. So, one of the things, if you have a lot of black salt and you need to calm something the F down,
Mhm.
you could encase it in black salt.
Yes.
It's for protection and clearing. Once you've cleansed the house, you need to ward off anything trying to sneak back in. So there you go.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, put it on the inside of your door. Love that.
Mhm.
Yeah, the apartment building has a lot of crime, so you're definitely going to want to do something.
Yes.
So, yeah.
When I lived in a very crime-ridden neighborhood, I did protections every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I would even do things like find shell casings and bind them and do things with it.
Of course.
So there are things you can do to protect yourself. Don't
Mhm.
think that you're going to do one thing and that will protect you for the rest of eternity. It has to be a thing where you're vigilant and it's ongoing when
Mhm.
you're in a place that's not safe.
Yeah. Definitely. There are a lot of resources for people, and we've sort of given our advice as we've gone through. We've got two more questions that are really I want to get to. But I mean, if you search the internet, check your resources,
Mhm.
look at multiple sites. If multiple sites are telling you similar things, then
Yes.
that's something to go to. Books and resources are great. If you
Mhm.
know somebody who does magic, you can ask them. So
Mhm.
so um,
You find something that sounds completely outlandish and you only find it in one place, you might want to disregard that.
Yes.
yes, yes. So Candy asked, okay, I've been ghost hunting today and brought some physical things back. How to ensure it's safe? Would love your ideas.
Well,
And
I, for one, would put a circle of black salt around it for a period just to make sure.
mhm. Yeah, put them in timeout. Make
Uh-huh.
Yes.
sure putting in timeout with the intention of clearing them.
Yes.
Yes.
And Beth said sage, uh,
Selenite.
selenite, and obsidian.
Uh-huh. Those work too.
Yeah. I mean, this is a great question, and I also think I would ask you: do they feel okay?
That's the most important part.
You might want to do some cord cutting too.
Mm-hmm.
Say a little bit more about that.
Um, well, you don't want anything coming home with you that you don't want coming home with you.
Hmm.
So uh, you might want to energetically cut cords
Mm-hmm.
around yourself and the items.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm.
And you could you could do it physically too if you wanted to.
Hmm. Well, and I do think it's Candy. It feels like if they're okay to be out. Um, okay, and Candy said, okay, I don't actually want to get rid of what I feel. It is just I want to make sure it's on my side.
Uh,
Is that bad? That is not bad at all,
No.
no,
and I think that makes a lot of sense. I would say part of it is acclimating it to you and your environment.
I think black salt is an excellent way to do that too,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're not wanting to banish, you can protect. So if you want to protect the relationship you feel with the object and whatever's attached to it,
Uh-huh.
then use black salt to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Set your
all based
intention.
on intention.
Yes.
Yeah. I also think, part of me, Candy, I love this idea is because when I have some favorite things, it's like introducing a new pet to a household
Mm-hmm.
with pets. You
Yes.
know the pet that is the best to get along with everybody. You introduce it to that pet, see how they do, and then sort of balance it out.
Mm-hmm.
Like I might keep stuff on a table and make sure that everything is getting along. Um,
Mhm.
and that because then it allows that idea of um, I also think it's one of those things that um, I oftentimes want just something. If I've moved something, I need to let it set down and relax and get used to it. So so okay, thanks guys. That's great and reaffirming. Cool. And you can use words to their effect. Yes, that's true. Very good. Every time I take something home, I Palo Santo it, especially if it's from a charity shop, leaving
Mm-hmm.
the windows open for some time, or I do it in the back garden. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Sound is also good.
Mhm.
We have black kyanite and tingsha bells. Ooh, nice. And so you've got some other great comments there. Um, so and Janice, I hope you're okay. I know, I mean, you're saying there's a lot of stuff going on. So,
Mhm.
all right. Any other words of advice for people or resources?
Just that the resources are all around you for this. For black salt, you just got to look around where you're sitting, and you're going to find a lot of the ingredients that you would use for it.
Yes. Making it yourself makes it specific to you.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So whatever your intention is, if it's protection, then it will be the most protective to you.
Yes. And I say you don't need to do anything special with it,
Mm-mm.
because a lot of it is what's available to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That said, yes, Angela, use the elements all around you. There you go.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, what do the two of you have coming up?
Well, I have playing cards instruction going on Saturday again.
Nice.
And we both have invitations to a number of Halloween soirees. So we'll
Yeah.
see where and when we turn up.
Yep. We'll be everywhere.
There you go. Yeah. I have I have some Halloween soirees this weekend. I am
Mhm.
actually reading with Sun Psychic Jean, Wisdom Seeker Joan, and Pure Visionary Medium Terry Lee tomorrow, Friday.
Mhm.
And then on Monday is Long Stash
Yeah.
Samhain readings. Richie and I, our special guest is medium Betsy Palmer,
Nice.
Nice.
and so we're having a good time. And I'm looking at a variety of things, soirees,
Yes.
soirees. Candy, yeah, if you watch back, I've tried to put up as many of the great comments from the best chatters. So because they brought it again
Mhm.
today.
Yes, you
They
did.
did.
Yep. So, oh yeah, that is a good word, isn't it?
It is.
Soiree.
Mhm.
Soiree. And so all right, just as we all know, please like and subscribe and share this video with people you may think could enjoy it.
Mhm.
And this has, of course, been a Laugh and Learn Magic Tool Talk about black salt. And Peter J. Watts is here. Hi, Peter. And all French words sound really, are great. Yes, but I butcher them. So, and okay, so thanks everybody for being here. Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everybody take care. And we are in the process of working out a candle magic
Mhm.
woo woo witchery coffee club conversation, magic tool talk, laugh and learn, something like that. So
Mhm.
stay tuned.
Yep.
Bye.